Hi dear students, we are starting the new important subject, equations. This subject, it is very important for us because we are going to use in many chapters equation. So we are going to use also here the help of formula, and we are going to use order of operations, which is PEMDAS for you. As we know, PEMDAS. So let me explain before starting the subject, solving equations using follow diagrams, how to use that one. If you remember from the formula, for x is equal to 5, solve or find 3x plus 7 is equal to what? If you remember, you were substituting the 5 by x, which means x is equal to 5 here. 3 times 5 plus 7 we were writing, which is equal to, after this part, this is the formula part. After this part, we are going to use the help of order of operation. Order of operations. Okay, so here we are going to use order of operations. With respect to order of operation, 3 times 5 comes firstly because multiplication and division. First addition, subtraction, later parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So 15 plus 7, which is equal to 22. Now we are going to look for the answer when 3x plus 7, it is given to us 22. What is the value of x? Of course, you know that is 5, but we are going to find that one here. Okay, and also, as I said here, we are using the PEMDAS. We are solving in formula from right to left. So with respect to order, first the parenthesis coming, exponents, multiplication, division, addition and subtraction in formula. But in equation, we are doing the opposite. And these flow diagrams explains that one very well. That's why we are going to continue with that one. An equation is a mathematical statement that says that two expressions which involve just one unknown are equal. Which means here, if I give 2x plus 5 is equal to 19, firstly, around x, I'm checking which operations there are. Here times 2, here times 2, then plus 5 is coming. With respect to this order, we know that first multiplication it should be. So here for flow diagram says x, when you insert the equation, first multiply by 2, then add the result 5. Then that's equal to 19 it's going to be. As I said, what is in formula, it's inverse in equation. So if you remember, the addition inverse is subtraction. So you are starting from the 19 side. Firstly, we add 5 and we got 19, means we are going to subtract 5 from 19. That's first operation of our. And let me remind about the operations and their inverses. Inverse operation. For the positive, it's going to be negative. For the addition, it's going to subtraction. For subtraction, it is going to be addition. For times, it's going to be division. For division, it's going to be multiplication. I said times, which means multiplication. Okay, now all the operations we are going to roll back. Firstly, we were multiplying by 2 and we were adding 5, and the result is 19. So we are starting from 19, and the first operation, it should be minus 5. 19 minus 5 is equal to 14, then 14 divided by 2, it's going to be equal to 7 here, and this is the way to solve by using the follow diagrams. If you ask for the previous one, which is equal to 3x plus 7, is 3 times x plus 7. If it's equal to 22, this was the first, and we are going to say like this: x multiplied by firstly 3. Let me change the color here. X firstly multiplied by 3, then add 7, then the result, it's going to be equal to 22. Now I'm going to continue to negative side 22. The operation is negative, minus 7, 22 minus 7, it's equal to 15. Then times 3 there is, now we are going to divide by 3, and 15 divided by 3, it's going to be equal to 5. As you see here, I apply for the 5 and we got 22. Now by using equation, I found that that's the inverse, and it is actually, this is also called checking. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing here. 4x minus 3, it's equal to 41. It means that when I multiply by 4 and then subtract 3, the result becomes 41. So 41 is equal to, here firstly I'm going to add 3, which is inverse of this one. Here inverse operation it's going to be, and inverse of this one is plus 3, which is equal to 41 plus 3, that's equal to 44. And then 44 divided by 4, the answer is going to be equal to 11. Here, this question, it was very important for me because we should understand which operation comes around the x, which operation comes firstly. So when you see these are, we are understanding that here we have times around x, then minus 2, then all over 5. It seems that this is division, this is multiplication, and this is subtraction. But here also we have invisible parentheses. This parenthesis 3x minus 2 all over, when you write a number, actually we have to add invisible parentheses here, because this all over sign means this expression, all the expression is divided by 5. So these parentheses are invisible parentheses now for us. So we know that there is a parenthesis. So firstly parenthesis, then division. Okay, so firstly inside the parenthesis I have to multiply that one. Times 3 is coming firstly. Then I'm going to subtract by minus 2. Then I'm going to all over by 5. And the result becomes 8. Which means if I do the inverse operations here, this is going to be times 5. 8 times 5, it's going to be equal to 40. And 40 minus 2 means it is going to be plus 40 plus 2, it's going to be equal to 42. And this was times 3, so it's going to be over 3. 42 divided by 3, it's going to be equal to 14. And this is the answer of the question. So x is equal to 14 here, and x is equal to 11 here. If you check by using the formula, you are going to see that the result, it's going to be like that. I mean 4 times 11 minus 3, when you check, you are going to see that 4 times 11 is equal to 44 minus 3, which is equal to 41 going to be, and you're going to see that that's true.